Our life is the result of our thoughts, as Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius pointed out. This statement lays the groundwork for this video, where we will explore 11 vital aspects that you should calmly eliminate from your existence. By addressing and mastering our inner landscape, as Aurelius suggests, we open ourselves to the possibility of transformation. However, this doesn't imply passive observation. It's a journey in which we encourage you to actively engage. We ask you to share your perspectives on each topic we address. If this is your first time on my channel, I ask for your help by subscribing and liking the video. This way, I can continue creating more content like this in the future. It's crucial that you stay with us until the end, as this journey promises more than knowledge. It represents a valuable opportunity for deep self-reflection and transformative change in your life. Let's begin. 1. Unnecessary goals. Throughout our lives, we face the need to make crucial decisions, act deliberately, and stay true to ourselves. In this process, it's imperative to recognize when certain goals no longer serve our true purpose. Letting go of these goals is not only a normal part of growth, but becomes essential, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. However, a critical part of this process involves discretion in how we proceed. It's important to avoid sharing every change or decision with the world. It's not necessary. Maintaining some privacy around our movements helps safeguard our overall strategy and intentions as we navigate these changes. Making adjustments quietly and subtly is key, ensuring that our actions align with our core values and identity. Adapting as situations evolve demonstrates flexibility, but always with an intrinsic value for privacy in our strategic life decisions. This discreet approach not only simplifies our path, but also preserves the integrity of our personal journey. As Seneca, the prominent Stoic philosopher, noted, "It's not that we have a short time, but that we waste much of it. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so. We are not ill-provided, but use what we have wastefully." This reflection deeply resonates with the concept of prioritizing essential goals and letting go of the unnecessary. It reminds us of the importance of using our time and efforts wisely, recognizing that the length of our life is not what's at stake, but how we choose to use it and focus on what truly matters. 2. External validation. The constant pursuit of external validation is a process that often traps us in a web of others' expectations. Imagine being in the center of a stage with a spotlight highlighting every move and word, while a sea of expectant faces surrounds you, evaluating every action, every word, every gesture. This scenario, though illustrative, also reflects the overwhelming and restrictive nature of living for others' approval. However, take a moment to step out of that mental stage and visualize yourself in a quiet, serene, and welcoming space. In this place, your voice prevails, where your convictions and thoughts take center stage. This shift symbolizes the importance of prioritizing your inner voice over external expectations. Living to please others can distance us from who we truly are, limiting our freedom and authenticity, as if we were wearing clothes that don't fit us well just to satisfy others. Remember those moments of true satisfaction in your life, those in which you were true to your values and beliefs, regardless of external expectations. These moments often form the core of authenticity and personal fulfillment. To integrate this philosophy into daily life, begin with introspection before making decisions. Reflect on your motivations. Are they aligned with your desires and purposes, or are they influenced by external expectations? Trust your intuition and learn to recognize your individual needs as cornerstones to strengthen your self-esteem. Celebrating your achievements, learning from your mistakes, and acknowledging your unique qualities are fundamental in the journey toward self-acceptance. This path is filled with small triumphs that intertwine to shape your identity and well-being, building the foundation of your inner self. Cultivating relationships based on respect for your individuality and genuine support for your authentic self is essential in this journey toward self-acceptance. By freeing ourselves from the burden of external approval, We open up a horizon to a more genuine and fulfilling life. In this path, each of us becomes the protagonist, led by authenticity, courage, and a profound sense of self-acceptance. Trust that your intuition will guide you toward authenticity and personal fulfillment. Identify your needs and work on strengthening your self-esteem, recognizing that the journey to self-acceptance is paved with celebrating your successes, understanding your failures, and acknowledging your unique characteristics. This journey toward self-acceptance is based on the gradual construction of small triumphs that shape you and help you find your identity and inner well-being. Similarly, establishing relationships based on respect for your uniqueness and genuine support for your true self is crucial in this journey of self-discovery. By freeing ourselves from the weight of seeking external approval, we are presented with the opportunity to explore and embrace a more authentic and fulfilling life. In this path, each of us becomes the protagonist, navigating with authenticity, courage, and a deep acceptance of our innermost selves. 3. Perfectionism. A vital aspect to analyze in our pursuit of personal growth is the perfectionist mindset. Although it may seem beneficial, it tends to generate stress and a constant sense of not being good enough. Aspiring to impossibly high standards, perfectionism feeds the fear of making mistakes, forgetting that embracing our imperfections is crucial for self-discovery and happiness. Life becomes a richer and more authentic canvas when we allow imperfection to have its place. Challenging perfectionism is a journey that leads us to recognize and accept our own limitations as human beings. It's an act of courage and authenticity that frees us from the burden of unattainable expectations. By adopting this approach, we understand that mistakes are an inherent part of the path to learning and growth. Shifting our mindset from seeking perfection to striving for excellence allows us to appreciate the value of doing our best in every situation, recognizing that there is always room for ongoing evolution. Practicing self-compassion and kindness toward oneself is essential in this battle against perfectionism. Accepting that things sometimes don't go as expected and being compassionate with ourselves in those moments provides us with the opportunity to learn and grow. Every step, whether a success or a stumble, contributes significantly to our personal journey, nurturing our baggage of experiences and knowledge. Redefining the concept of success is crucial in this process. It's not just about achieving perfect results, but valuing the journey full of learning and personal development. Abandoning the obsessive pursuit of perfection allows us to transform mistakes into growth opportunities, giving us the freedom to explore new paths and approaches without the constant fear of failure. This mindset invites us to live more relaxed and authentic lives, freeing us from the constant pressure to be flawless at all times. It gives us the opportunity to appreciate the beauty and uniqueness of our humanity, embracing our own essence and accepting our imperfections as elements that make us unique. Valuing and accepting our imperfections thus becomes an essential component of our personal growth, allowing us to be more understanding and compassionate with ourselves and others. Building a more authentic connection with the world around us and enriching our human experience. 4. Explaining yourself to those who cause you pain. Understanding how to deal with those who have caused us pain is a complex emotional challenge, and often, the wisdom behind Marcus Aurelius's words can be enlightening in moments when someone close, once considered a friend, hurts us. The initial tendency may be to explain or seek confrontation to vent our pain. However, true wisdom lies in taking a different path. You don't owe them a detailed explanation or a dramatic confrontation. The wisest decision is often to move forward, not in search of revenge or apologies, but to preserve your inner peace. We often find ourselves in situations where the same person who has hurt us seeks our help or support. In those moments, remembering that saying no is enough. You are not obligated to help someone who has broken your trust. Avoiding drama and quietly distancing yourself from that person is usually the wiser choice. Let time reveal the consequences of their actions while you focus on taking care of yourself. Allowing the future to unfold as necessary is often the best way to allow both you and that person to grow separately. Being authentic with yourself involves understanding that you are not obligated to keep people in your life who disrespect you. Everyone deserves to be valued for who they are, and distancing yourself from those who don't is actually a courageous choice. It's about prioritizing your mental well-being and personal growth over unnecessary drama. Marcus Aurelius's philosophy highlights a unique approach to adversity. He emphasized that the best way to respond to injustice is not to descend to the level of the one who committed it, but to focus on personal growth. It's an invitation to invest in your own evolution, develop inner peace, and strengthen your character. The wisdom in this perspective lies in understanding that revenge is not always the solution. Instead, it's about channeling that energy into a constructive path toward your own development and growth. It's a way to face adversity with strength, not from a position of confrontation or retaliation, but from building an identity based on integrity, dignity, and emotional maturity. Therefore, the true response to injustice is not to punish the other, but to focus on personal development and the construction of a solid foundation based on values and principles. It's the path to true peace and internal growth in the midst of the most challenging circumstances. 5. Maintaining unrealistic expectations. In the great journey of life, we often hoist sails of expectation, charting courses toward dreams and desires. However, these same sails can swell into unrealizable fantasies that throw us into the stormy seas of disappointment and disillusionment. Like sailors drawn to mythical sirens, we pursue perfection in ourselves, in others, and in our experiences. A pursuit as futile as searching for horizons that keep moving away. These gigantic expectations, often arising from society's whispers and media roars, can blind us to the beauty of our authentic selves and the raw, unfiltered reality of life. The path to rid ourselves of these deceptive illusions begins with fierce and unbreakable honesty with oneself. It's a journey that involves shedding the layers of should have and could have to reveal the I am of our true aspirations. It's about acknowledging the weight of these expectations and bravely asking whether they lift or crush our spirit. This transformation is not a fairy tale, but a rough and, at times, painful acknowledgement of life's imperfections and our own limitations. It's about setting goals that resonate with who we truly are, not with what we are told we should be. Every small victory, every step forward, becomes a testimony to our resilience on this journey. Beauty doesn't reside just in the destination, but in the rich tapestry of experiences woven along the way. Navigating the tumultuous waters of existence with an open heart doesn't mean avoiding challenges or intense emotions. On the contrary, it involves fully embracing the complexity of life, allowing each experience, whether joyful or disappointing, to enrich and grow us. We strip away the rigidity of expectations to embrace reality as it unfolds, learning to find beauty in the diversity and complexity of each moment. Ultimately, this approach grants us genuine freedom, allowing us to find pleasure in small details, everyday surprises, and the beauty of the unpredictable. It invites us to embrace life in its entirety, with all its imperfections, knowing that every experience, whether pleasant or challenging, is an essential part of the human journey. 6. Being a gossipy person. Being a gossipy person and engaging in gossip and negative comments often may seem like a quick way to establish connections with others. But in reality, it tends to distance us from more authentic and respectful communication. It's essential to reflect on how we feel after engaging in this type of conversation. Does it leave us with a positive feeling, or does it subtly undermine our integrity? The words we use have a significant impact. They can sow trust and respect or spread distrust and hostility. By choosing to nurture our conversations with kindness and understanding, We are cultivating fertile ground for healthy and genuine relationships. Despite our best efforts, resisting the temptation of gossip can sometimes be challenging. In certain situations, this practice may seem justified or even tempting to join in such a conversation. However, here lies the true test. Before engaging in negative dialogue, it's crucial to pause. Take a moment to reflect on the shared humanity we all possess. Would you like your own struggles and challenges to be exposed in superficial talks? Avoiding gossip not only involves creating a positive environment, but also recognizing the humanity in each individual. When we choose to be examples and refuse to contribute to harmful comments, we are promoting a more authentic and compassionate approach to connecting with others. By adopting these principles, we can shape a mindset that fosters emotional resilience, empathy, and positivity in our interactions. This attitude not only impacts our own personal development, but also strengthens and deepens our connections in interpersonal relationships, allowing us to cultivate more authentic and meaningful bonds with those around us. 7. Sharing too much. As we approach the end of relationships, whether friendships or romantic, maintaining discretion regarding intimate details becomes crucial. Sharing specific information about conflicts or reasons behind a separation not only violates the shared privacy between both parties, but also fuels unnecessary gossip, further complicating the situation. On the contrary, adopting a more beneficial approach involves internalizing and reflecting on those experiences. This practice not only respects the privacy of both parties, but also facilitates a deeper process of personal healing. Feeling inclined to discuss these personal matters can be an indication of unresolved emotional issues. Instead of seeking external solutions, it's more valuable to engage in internal dialogue to understand and process these feelings. This approach ensures that any problematic relationship comes to an end with dignity without becoming a topic of public discussion. By doing so, you not only protect your emotional well-being, but also that of others involved, promoting a more respectful and discreet healing journey. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote from Marcus Aurelius reveals a universal truth that holds particular relevance in times of adversity, such as breakups in human relationships. In these situations, it is crucial to recognize that we cannot control external events or the actions of others. But we do have the power to handle our own reactions and perspectives in the face of these challenging circumstances. Reflecting on these words invites us to look inward and find strength in mastering our own minds. We accept reality as it is presented, without denying the pain that may accompany a separation, but also acknowledging that our ability to face this pain with emotional maturity is a valuable tool. This approach allows us to cultivate resilience, serenity, and adaptability necessary to navigate difficult times without letting them drag us emotionally. In summary, Marcus Aurelius's phrase reminds us that while we cannot avoid breakups or change others' will, we do have the power to strengthen our mindset and find internal calm amid external turbulence. This understanding empowers us to transcend adversity and find greater emotional stability in times of change and challenge. 8. Raising your voice in moments of turmoil. Let's imagine ourselves in a tense meeting where frustration or anger threatens to overpower us. The temptation to let our anger explode can be overwhelming. But what if we choose to express ourselves calmly, conveying that intense energy not through shouts but with serene and firm words? This act is not just about maintaining a calm appearance, it's about heading towards mastering our internal storms. Think about how it made you feel to witness someone losing control. It caused discomfort, perhaps even disappointment. Now imagine someone who, despite the chaos, remains calm, their voice being a soothing presence in the midst of the uproar. That is the person we all aspire to be in these challenging moments. In these tests for our spirit, we discover our true strength, transforming anger into action, frustration into a clear focus, It's like the alchemy of the soul. It's not just about suppressing words of anger, but channeling that energy into something that propels us forward, turning obstacles into steps toward progress. 9. Spreading negative opinions about others. Let's reflect on the last time we heard someone criticizing another person. Did it not make us wonder what comments might be made about us when we're not present? Spreading negative opinions about others is slippery ground. It's easy to get carried away in the heat of the moment, but once those words are spoken, they stick to us like shadows, casting a dark light on our own character. It goes beyond merely being diplomatic. It's about being the kind of person others trust and respect. You don't have to please everyone, but it's important to remember that every individual we meet is facing their own battles about which we mostly have no knowledge. Imagine this scenario. You face a challenging person or situation. It's tempting to let your judgments and prejudices take control. However, in that precise moment, you possess the power to change the narrative. Choose empathy over disdain, conversation over conflict. It's a challenging task, undoubtedly. You'll experience a full range of emotions, from frustration to compassion, perhaps even a glimpse of admiration for the tenacity of the other person. This approach is not limited to just maintaining superficial peace, but understanding the complex tapestry of human emotions and interactions. By doing so, you not only build bridges to understanding, but become someone who can navigate the turbulent waters of relationships with skill, wisdom, and heart. 10. Constantly comparing yourself to others. The tendency to constantly compare ourselves to others is an endless journey, akin to running on a treadmill that never stops. It's exhausting, endless, and ultimately a theft of our happiness. Every time we observe someone else's achievements and measure them against our own, we not only limit ourselves, but also neglect our own narrative. This obsession with comparison often makes us feel like we are permanently lagging behind, stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and personal discontent. However, there is the possibility of transforming this dynamic. What if we start celebrating our quirks, mistakes, and victories, no matter how small they may seem? It's not about ignoring the world around us, but embracing our own journey as it is, without sweeteners. Life doesn't follow a preset script where everyone has the same role. It's chaotic, unpredictable, and extraordinarily diverse. Your story, with its ups and downs, achievements and stumbles, is evidence of your resilience, of your uniqueness. Dive into your own narrative and let it be a kaleidoscope of emotions, from the firmness of frustration to the ecstasy of triumphs. By taking control of your journey, you're not just moving forward, you're rewriting the rules of the game in your own way. As the Stoic philosopher Epicurus once said, "Control your perceptions, direct your actions rightly, willingly accept what's not under your control." These words resonate deeply with the idea of focusing on our own path instead of falling into the trap of constantly comparing ourselves to others. 11. Senseless use of social media. Imagine your life as a fascinating novel, full of moments rich in personal experiences and growth. Now, contrast this with social media, a vast repository of everyone else's stories, often showing only their most highlighted moments. This difference can lead to unfair comparisons and generate a feeling of dissatisfaction with our own lives. Therefore, it is essential to approach the use of social media consciously and deliberately, using them with clear goals such as seeking inspiration, making meaningful connections, or accessing valuable information, and then returning to our personal reality, can make a significant difference. A useful strategy is to set specific times for social media use, such as during morning coffee or after working hours, thus avoiding its constant intrusion into our daily routine. Before diving into any online interaction, take a moment to reflect on whether that activity is constructive or just a distraction. Practicing this mindfulness will help you distinguish between meaningful engagement and senseless scrolling. If you start noticing a decline in your mood or self-esteem, associated with social media use, it may be helpful to consider taking a break. This period of digital disconnection can become a valuable opportunity to engage in real-world activities that strengthen and enhance the unique and meaningful value of your own life story. Making these conscious adjustments represents much more than simply disconnecting from digital platforms. You are creating vital space to appreciate the complete narrative of your life, without constantly being subjected to unnecessary comparisons with others. This social media-free time allows you to focus on what truly enriches your existence, your real experiences, authentic connections, and meaningful moments that unfold in your day-to-day life. By freeing yourself from the sphere of perfection and idealization often projected on social media, you open yourself to the possibility of appreciating the genuine and authentic in your everyday life. This will help you rediscover the beauty in imperfections and unfiltered experiences, valuing each moment for what it is. Thus, by making deliberate changes and stepping away from constant digital comparison, you give yourself the opportunity to focus on what truly matters. You will live with greater authenticity and gratitude, allowing each moment to be a celebration of your own uniqueness and personal growth.
Thank you for watching this content. If you enjoyed the video, I invite you to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on future content.